On just a brilliant and starry night here in the desert Southwest, the roof is open, and it's time for football at State Farm Stadium here in the Phoenix suburb of Glendale. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw, it's Carr. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Deep to return is Darius Davis. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a head-off up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Benson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You look at this Niner defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now Carr. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards.
And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Chubb is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Cunningham. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The Cardinals had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Go! 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11.
In motion right, that's Harrison.
Go!
Now Cunningham. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Carr. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Guerrero on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Another try for Guerrero. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. That ball caught by Harrison. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Here's Cunningham. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 17 yards out. And the Cards are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Carr going to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll try the middle with Garindo. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Again, it's Garindo. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
This one into the hands of Burton. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Chubb running right.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket, because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 23.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Second down and 4. Here's Carr to throw. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline, and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet inbounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the give, it's Garindo. B.J. Ojulari able to make the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first.
Handoff here, Garindo.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Right now.
On play action, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now Carr to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They run it again with Chubb. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners will add to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They run over center with Benson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go now.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Ready, go.
Cunningham to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10.
Trap 60. Ready.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Pass complete there to Harrison. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28.
60 Eagles.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Okay, ready.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Go. Ready.
Cunningham looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Cunningham delivers on the crosser to McBride.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go. Dragon 60.
In motion right, that's Harrison. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Carr.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This is 1st and 10.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready?
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Here comes 2nd down.
At the 60. At the 60.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
79 Broncos. Set. Set, go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
He's back to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
19 Lions. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Go.
They'll look to throw.
And it is caught downfield by Harrison. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
What a pickup there, and maybe most importantly, he's able to get out of bounds and save their final timeout. So just to break down defensively, you've got to find a way to make that tackle in the field of play.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Carr to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.